Hey everyone, happy Monday after Thanksgiving. I hope that you and your family and friends enjoyed a really wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. We got to host a bunch of people for Thanksgiving and then hosted and helped throw a surprise 60th birthday party for one of our really good friends on Saturday. And it was fun because we pulled it off. He
Fun.
was surprised, which
Good.
that usually never happens.
That's awesome.
So it was lots of fun. So this is Dr. Christine Crawford, who is a fellow Michigander. For those of you who don't know, that's where I practiced and that's where I was raised. And so she practices over on the east side. And we were just talking about and getting super excited about our upcoming weekend at the Ultimate Marketing Boot Camp. And I love that, Christine, like this is how our tribe rolls. Like our tribe loves helping everybody. And so, Christine, let's pick it up there. Like you sent me a message about your the pre-training. What did you say and how did it go?
Yeah. You sent out an email of some of the videos to watch before we come to the boot camp, so we're prepared with everything we're going to do. And so I put it on the other day, and I started listening to it, and it was talking about creating some sort of a package for your office, something that you can implement and go back and launch that after everything we're going to be learning at the seminar. And I had just finished up my functional medicine certification, my remedy testing certification. So I've just been this last few weeks kind of brainstorming how I want to implement this in my office alongside to go along with chiropractic and kind of getting some ideas together. So when you started talking and telling us how to kind of set up basically some sort of a plan, some sort of a package that people could buy, that was like right away, all the ideas just started flowing. I was writing everything down like crazy
Yeah.
and literally pulled together everything I'm going to do within those two webinars that you did. So now coming down on Wednesday for the seminar, all we got to do is kind of fine tune everything, but it's all good to go. Wow, that was awesome. I loved it.
That
Yeah,
is so exciting. And,
yeah.
I find so often that, we go to a seminar and we learn something new or we buy something new on the internet in order to change the clinical outcomes for our practice members. And most of the time what it's missing is like, how do I promote and sell us then? Like,
Mhm.
I get that it really works, but it's a whole nother part to make sure that people are actually utilizing the benefits. And so what I find is then, 3 months later, 6 months later, the doctor's not even offering it. And it's, covered in dust and taking up space. And so I'm so excited to be doing this, the Ultimate Marketing Boot Camp, and really narrowing in on how do we sell packages, non-chiropractic services, like all of the other things that we do. And even if you're watching this and let's say you don't have a bunch of other services, or let's say that you're not doing, functional med or remedy testing like Christine is, still I would encourage you to consider how big your market could be if you really focused on like holistic health.
Mhm.
Because even we as chiropractors, I mean, think about like not too long ago, I posted a picture of all the supplements I take in the morning, right? Like,
Mhm.
and we all do that. And we use, certain things at home
Right.
to keep us healthy. And to me, it's the kindest thing that we would do to our practice members to offer them opportunities to buy from us the services and the products that we're using. Otherwise, we could be talking about, a supplement or, a stretching technique or something like that that we do at home. And then we just leave it up to chance, or we leave it for them to just be like keyboard warriors
Yeah.
and think that because they got vitamin D that it's the same.
Right.
And all they've done now is created more chemical stress. So share with all of us, like, how are you going to be setting up your packages and what did you learn that's going to make it so much easier? And please note, all of you, we're just talking about setting up the package.
Right.
Now Christine is coming to the Ultimate Marketing Boot Camp to get all of our messaging not only in place but done. So let's talk about that too.
Yeah, so just backtrack for a second because
Yeah.
I was thinking as you're talking that this is unlike any seminar that I've ever attended because yes, everything seminar wise is we're learning different techniques and yes, nutritional stuff, all kinds of more technical or products and going and implementing it. So this is kind of backtracking like, hey, let's put together something and then we're going to go and learn how to promote it, market it. We're going to do videos and that I'm so excited for that. So it's going to be fun. So everything is going to be done. So as you know, doing videos, I've been doing a lot lately for the office and posting, it's time consuming. So I love that we're going to be going down to Tennessee and film things and get it done and come back and literally just post and implement it. So it's done. And for the next 6 months, it's even better. So we don't have to think about it.
Yes.
So the concept that I was wanting to implement alongside with chiropractic to offer to my patients, the community, and I'd love to do virtual, is working to do a functional medicine, but unique and individualized to that person, where it's got components of working with the body, working with the mind, working with the soul, because it all goes together. So implementing, in the beginning, doing some of the testing, the remedy testing, functional medicine testing, working with foods, then working on our thought process and how it controls everything we do, working on our emotions, working on ways we can de-stress, because everybody's stressed. So working on how you can meditate, how you can breathe, and putting that together in a form for 6 months to make that commitment, invest in themselves. Really, it's all about investing in yourself, and taking the time to do that in January would be perfect, because everyone's off to a fresh start in the new year. So
I love that.
yeah, so just
And
coming up with all those ideas, and I'm good to go. I just bought a new laptop, and I'm ready to come down there. And I'm like, usually don't get too excited about like packing, but like everything's laid out. I'm like super excited, and like you kept putting reminders like, oh, don't forget to bring this, don't forget to bring that. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward.
yeah. And
And
for those who've never been to a boot camp live event, what can you share with them about how we do things as a boot camp tribe compared to a lot of other seminars?
so, okay, so example, like I went to a seminar in February, and I knew a couple people that were going, but literally so many people, I didn't know anyone. And everyone just kind of sits and does their thing. They go to their, listen to the seminar speaker, and then they take off. So there is like zero like interaction. This is like, as soon as you get there, you're embraced. Everyone's talking, super friendly. I mean, a lot of people, we don't know each other. We might see each other through Facebook or something. But just knowing there's that sense of, when I go there, I'm going to have lots of different friendships and connections, and just that sense of camaraderie together. And it's a great vibe. It is so different from any type of seminar that you've ever been to.
Yeah.
You can't even call it a seminar. Like, it's an experience.
Yeah.
And we're staying at this lodge, and with in the Smoky Mountains. So we've got the hot tub and pool, and I mean, it's gigantic. And you're getting a chef in to cook for us, and everything's paid for, done. We don't have to leave the lodge if we don't want to. So, which is great. I'm going to embrace that, because pack the leggings, the laptop, and sit with others and kind of help each other out, brainstorm ideas, and just come back and everything's done for 6 months. That's awesome.
And how often do we live like in silos where, we just struggle alone, and we get an idea and we don't really have anyone to bounce it off of. And many times that just leads to us either wasting time, wasting money, or just totally not even doing the idea. And so this whole weekend is all going to be about harvesting collective genius and being able to tap into, like, obviously I have tons of experience, and then Rich Carr is coming from Brain Centric Design, like a leading learning scientist will be there with us. And so everyone's going to leave with complete clarity.
Right. And accountability. That's one thing about you that I absolutely love, is accountability, and just like holding us to our actions. Like, if we say we're going to come back and do this, you'll be checking on us, making sure we're implementing what we said we were going to do. So that you don't get that with a seminar, a follow-up of, hey, how's it going with what you're doing now?
Yes, that is so true. And that's another, and one of the things, if you've never been to a boot camp event, it'll be really obvious to you if you attend one of my events, what one of my leading values is, and that is family and community. So I run all of my events as if I'm throwing a big party with family and friends. So like there's instant connection, and like Christine said, we're hosting it at a lodge. So we're all sleeping together, playing together, eating together, like going for walks together, working together, so that it's not just my brain or just Rich's brain. It's all of us together getting stuff done. And like there'll be somebody who has less experience there than Christine, and there'll be people who have more experience. So together we'll accomplish a lot more, totally ending the whole idea of like living on an island. We're humans, we're pack animals. And so just even being around like-minded individuals who are really going for it. And the reason I say going for it is, for some of you, you may not know that really the emphasis is also to generate what you would typically generate in 12 months. We're going to help you set up the plan to do it in 6 months. What did you think about that part of the training?
I mean, at first I was like, okay, can we do this? And then we started all breaking it down. And of course, it is going to be, that's kind of a no brainer. So,
yeah. And not take like 6 months off, but just to have confidence, right? Of like, oh, well, why would I wait a year to accomplish what I can accomplish in 6 months and then do it again?
Yeah. And once you start your momentum after the seminar, we're literally just going right into it. So it's not like we have this transitionary phase of we do the seminar and we're going to wait a few months now to implement, what's going to happen in everyone's office, which everyone's doing something different, which is awesome. And we'll be able to bounce ideas off each other. And like I said, I've got a basic idea of what I want to do for a package, but someone might suggest something, or I might suggest something to them. And such a benefit being able to be with so many different amazing chiropractors together. So.
Yeah. And we have Sam and Jordan coming all the way from Australia.
I know. So cool.
We have some from Canada, and then obviously all over the US. I'm getting on an airplane here in just a few hours.
Have a
travel all night. Yeah, that's when I usually do it, is I travel on because I work like a mofo.
Yeah, you do. That's why I was like, when we were texting yesterday, I was like, hey, I learned so much about the webinar. Let's go talk about it and share it with people. And I thought, there's no way she's going to have time to do this. And here you are.
Here we are. Like, if you can see, I'm standing in a pile.
We can always talk about it after. But yeah, I mean, as you do have a couple spots. So if there's anyone that wants to jump in, I would do the spontaneity, because I definitely do a lot of spontaneity, and come join us. Right.
Yeah.
So,
awesome. And you bring up a great point. You can join us live. We still have a few spots left. As I put the link in the comment section, so you can click on the link and see the details. And then as well, you can join us virtually. Everybody, whether virtual or joining live, will get a replay link as well to all of the sessions. So you'll have until February 23rd to go back and watch again. I also think it's a really great time to, any of you who already have people who are renting space from you, most of the time, you're making like lease money from them, but also consider you can be selling other people's time. And here's what I mean. Like, let's say Christine is renting to a massage therapist and an acupuncturist and a few other people. The more successful they are, meaning the more people who come into her office to see them, the better it's going to be for Christine's office, right? Because they're going to see testimonials, and they're going to see Dr. Christine, and they're going to see how she does this. And so when they want a chiropractor or functional med, I mean, obviously she's the logical choice. And so to me, if I was leasing space to people, I would for sure either buy a virtual ticket or a live ticket, and then set up training where we're all watching it together with these other individuals in my practice, so that their business grows up. I'm earning more money because they're becoming more successful. I mean, that's really selling other people's time at a premium. So if you do have other people, or let's say you have a strategic partner that refers to you, buy this for them as a Christmas gift and train together. And then you don't even have to deliver the service. You're just pointing them in this direction in order to do better in their practice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes total sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so there's several options too. You can do a single payment, or you can spread payments out. We've just made it ridiculously easy for all of you to be involved. So grab your ticket. Like Christine said, be spontaneous.
Right.
I do have a money back guarantee. If you don't think that you get your money's worth, let me know. You obviously have to do.
Does anyone ever actually use that? I would never. There's no way.
Right. It's always way more.
Yeah. So much.
Yeah.
and another thing too, let's keep in mind, this is all a tax write-off for our businesses. We're going, it's training, we're learning, it's a seminar. So, I mean, that's kind of, you can just definitely justify the cost for that too. So
Well, and thanks for bringing that up because my accountant is also doing a
that's right.
session
Yep. You did mention that. Yeah.
to go over like how do you create a sustainable budget in your practice, the top 20 write-offs that most small business owners never take.
Okay.
So you could actually, even just from his help from one session, probably find the money to pay for your attendance either live or virtually.
Okay.
And instead of giving it to the IRS, like invest in yourself. So,
Sure.
Christy,
And then
any last
is Jane Software is going to be there? Did I remember
well,
Jane?
they were going to be, and I
Okay.
really just decided it's going to be better if we just focus.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah,
And
they're my software. I love them, and I
yeah,
just, I had a couple questions, but that's fine. I can reach out now. But yeah,
yeah,
yeah, just keep it a
yeah.
bit more
Thanks for bringing
focused.
that up.
Okay.
So any last minute comments that you want to make to those who are watching now or join us or watch later?
Well, I would like to say hi to Dr. Jamie Conant, who just joined the boot camp. So
Yes,
she's
hi, Dr. Jamie.
newer from chiropractic school, and she has her practice down in Monroe. And we were at Dr. Loop's seminar back in August, and she was asking about you and connected you guys. And yeah, she's super excited. We had dinner last week. She bought me this cute little plant, and we had dinner. And so it's like,
girl.
oh yeah, absolutely. So so I don't know. Like I said, just reach out to you, and if you can swing it to meet us there, you won't be disappointed. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That's
so
for
much fun.
sure. And if you can't do that, then definitely do the virtual option, because I didn't know that we were going to have it until February, the access. So people are always crazy busy. Everything's going on. They might not be able to get there, or they might not be able to watch the whole seminar. Then at least they can go and watch replays at their own pace. And that's pretty generous to have till February. Yep.
Yeah. The end of February 23rd to watch the replay, to catch it for the first time or the second time or whatever fits with your schedule. If you're adding new people onto your team in January, you'll have this way to pull everyone together. This is also really helpful if, let's say that you've recently moved locations, or you have a new practice, or maybe maybe you're going all cash next year. And so you really need to get your marketing and messaging dialed in. Because remember, if people don't understand what you're saying, you can buy all the Facebook ads in the world and send out all of the texts and emails and whatnot. If they don't understand what you're saying, they're just going to move on. Like, that's just how neurology works. A confused mind says no. Right. So, part of the reason that I'm doing this as well is I really want to see my tribe be extremely successful, and they all work so hard anyway. So now when we make sense of our messaging and get it clear to our niche, that, that's the 1-2 punch to really see a huge difference next year. So Christine, I will see you in a couple of days. Yay. Thanks again. Congratulations to you for a really great year. And I'm excited to celebrate you with you.
I know. I am so excited. This is going to be great. So
yay.
I'll see you Wednesday.
All right. Thanks.
Have a safe travel.
Great.
All right, take care.
And bye.
All right. Bye.